Hey guys, just a reminder, this is not official medical advice or such. Please seek an appointment with a licensed medical provider.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Explain This. I'm with the star of the show, Robin Riddle. Robin, you're over in West Knoxville. We're about 10 miles apart, and
Yeah.
I'm cold. Are you cold?
I'm freezing to death. We've actually tripped the breaker a couple times today trying to get some heat going in here, so it's a little chilly.
I think today's episode should be about, different where you're putting your heaters. I have one at my feet here. All the different strategies to stay warm in East Tennessee.
Seriously, I'm not a fan of cold. If hibernation was an option, I would pick that right now.
Well, this is somewhat along the lines of what comes with winter. I know you're seeing this in office. All of our providers, all of our offices are seeing a ton of sickness, and
Yes.
We want to talk about immune system because that's what we do with in integrative medicine. Is we want to keep our immune system strong. How do you want to start us off here? We want to. What are you first of all? What are you seeing right now?
Lots of COVID, lots of flu A, a little bit of flu B, but lots of flu A going on right now.
Okay.
And then just kind of some random undiagnosed viral things. So lots of quick high fevers lasting for 3 or 4 days, cough, congestion, all the nastiness that goes along with it. And it's rampant.
Yeah, it's all over the place, and I don't know if is this going to be something that's going to help people that are dealing with it right now, or like I'm feeling great right now. Are you speaking to me for like how to keep my immune system and kind of ward this off?
Yeah, definitely. More prevention versus treatment. So just want to share some little tidbits about how the immune system works this time of year, things that will affect that, and how we can do our best to try to stay healthy.
Let's do it. Let's start it off.
Well, of course, the first big thing that tends to affect the immune system is that it's cold. So when I was a kid, I always thought my mom fussing at me, you're going to catch a cold when you go outside and it's freezing cold outside. You don't bundle up. I always just thought that was like an old wives' tale. But there's actually some research coming out of Northeastern University that has shown that we are, in fact, more likely to get sick from exposure to the cold. It is a real thing. So they have discovered that we have a line of defense in our nasal passages that's called extracellular vesicles, or EVs for short. And it's tiny little sacs that move around in the nasal mucus, and they come and they surround and they attack bacteria and viruses before they're able to move further into the body. So our nose really is our first line of defense. Well, these crazy cold temperatures actually alter the response of those EVs. So just a drop of 9 degrees Fahrenheit can decrease their response by up to 40%. So when we have a day that's 40 degrees and the next day is 15 degrees, our immune system is actually truly really struggling. So their overall protective quality in their response is decreased whenever they're exposed to cold.
That is super interesting, and
I know, right?
We're in East Tennessee, and weather here's kind of nuts. Like it can go 10 to 15 degrees, all year around. Like it could change that much.
Yeah. So truly is legit. Our moms weren't kidding. You actually do need to bundle up when you go outside.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you for that. Is there any way to combat that out of curiosity, Robin? Is there, like, what do we do?
Hibernate. Stay inside, stay warm. If you're having to go outside, covering up your nose and mouth to where we keep it a little bit warmer actually can help. When you walk outside and there's like that bitter cold where your eyes water and your nose stings, we want to avoid that.
Interesting.
Cover your mouth and nose when you go outside.
I like that the football playoffs are going on now, and you see a lot of the football players, they wear these head covers, and it covers
Yeah.
their mouth and nose. So maybe they have it right.
They're on to something. Another factor that plays into sickness being so rampant this time of year is that it's close quarters. We're all inside all the time. We're all up together everywhere. And so sickness tends to share that way. Of course, if you're sick, stay home. Don't come share it with the rest of us. But being aware of who you're around, and if you hear people coughing and sneezing and everything around you, making sure that you're washing your hands and that sort of thing. Lower vitamin D levels tend to happen this time of year. We're inside a lot more, so we have less sun exposure. So that will affect the immune system as well. And then a big factor is sugar and alcohol intake. So we're just past the holidays. So hopefully people are, new year, new you, kick the sugar, dry January, all that kind of stuff. But the increased intake of sugar and alcohol has a massive impact on the immune system. So studies have shown that sugar consumption can decrease the immune system function for up to 12 hours after sugar intake. Another study showed that your white blood cell function can decrease by up to 50% within 1 hour of sugar intake. So
that's nuts.
Yes. Yeah. So if you'll remember, I've done videos on sugar intake before. Men should have a maximum of 36 grams of added sugar every day. Women, maximum of 25 grams of added sugar per day. So to put that in perspective, if you go to Starbucks and get a white chocolate mocha, you're looking at around 50 grams of sugar in something like that.
You just broke a lot of people's hearts there.
I
Robin.
know. It's awful. And I don't recommend doing the sugar-free stuff, the things that are aspartame and sucralose and all of that, because we have so many problems that come out of those sugar substitutes like that. And then it's been known for a really long time that alcohol has a negative impact on the immune system. The more you drink, the worse it is. So alcohol decreases the ciliary function in your upper airways, which is, again, another line of defense for the body. Alcohol impairs the function of immune cells like your neutrophils, weakens the barrier function in the lower airways, and it even compromises the GI microbiome, so our gut health. Which then in turn has a big impact on your overall immune system.
Yeah.
So as much as we all love to, drink our sugary drinks and all of that, it does not help us this time of year at all.
and yet we feel like we need it even more this time of year.
Yeah, to get through this time of year. So my big tips for staying healthy and supporting your immune system during this time, like I said, stay warm, bundle up if you're going out, or just don't go out there. Keep your heater on. Saline nasal rinses done every day can help to rinse out any of the bacteria and viruses that the sinus cavity has trapped but can't get rid of. Red light therapy. I mean, you know how I feel about red light therapy. I love it. It's really great for boosting the immune system. Take your vitamins. So our Dr. Rogers Immune Complex, this is a perfect time of year for it. It's got that vitamin C, vitamin D. We want our folate, B12, zinc, quercetin, NAC, all that kind of stuff is fantastic for boosting the immune system. As much as you can, avoiding people who are sick. If you've got sick family members, kind of isolate them and clean everything else. My kids both just had flu A and love them to death, but they got to hang out in their rooms for a couple of days. I'll bring you food. I'll bring you drinks. I'll give you whatever supplements you need, but don't cough on me. I don't have time for that.
I love you, and get away from me.
Stay away. Things that people don't think about, clean your cell phone. Like, your cell phone is disgusting. You touch everything, you touch your phone, you go wash your hands and you come back and touch your phone. So clean your cell phone every day because it's gross. Don't wear your shoes in the house. That brings in so much bacteria into the house.
Yep.
Keeping your sugar intake to a minimum. Occasional indulgences are okay, but really don't keep the stuff in the house. Don't keep it around. Try to limit the alcohol intake. None is best, but keep it to a minimum. If you feel like you're coming down with something, if you've been around someone you've been exposed to, you could be getting sick, do not eat sugar, do not drink alcohol. Your immune system is doing its best to fight something off, and then you drink a sugary alcoholic beverage, you're guaranteed going to get sick after that. So stay away.
That's super interesting. And one thing, I'm intimidated by the neti pot nasal thing, and I don't know why. I've been told to do this all the time, and I just can't, for the life of me, get myself to do it. Are you intimidated?
I can't either. Okay. No, I don't do the neti pot. So the one thing that's a little intimidating about the neti pot is the prep process for the water.
It's too hard
because you have to, you have to boil the water, and then you have to cool it down, and you've got to do your saline solution into it and all of that.
Yes.
Plus just the idea of literally pouring salt water up your nose and waiting for it to come out the other side. I can't do it. Like, more power to you, but I can't do it. So I get the saline spray. Every brand has their own. So you've got Arm & Hammer makes one, and Walgreens has their own brand of it. But it has this little pointed head on it, and it's just a spray. So that's what I use. And you can do like a couple quick sprays, or you can do a stream of it, but it's not this overwhelming salt water going in your nose and down your throat and all that. Just some quick sprays, turn your head to the side, blow your nose, do the other side, do that a couple of times, and that just clears out anything that could be hanging out in there.
That's interesting. That does sound right up my alley as far as convenience.
Way more doable.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about drinking more water? I know you're a huge fan of drinking lots of water. Does that help at all? Or
keep your water intake up. Getting dehydrated doesn't help anything. And it's easy to do this time of year because you're not hot. So you just kind of forget to be thirsty and drink.
Robin, I tell you what, this is a timely episode. Is there any other parting words for me in particular about how to keep my immune system strong this winter?
Yeah, stay on top of the vitamins and stay away from the junk, and you should be good.
And tell the people you love them if they're sick. You still love them.
Stay away.
Just stay away. Robin, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Guys, as always, you will see us next time. You name it, we explain it. Robin, I appreciate you.
Don't go away.